minute, and we are going to talk a little bit about the 100 next year. So we need to be thinking about, what do we want to do for our 100th reunion? Do we want to have just the same small group? You know, I've already given strict orders to my kids and my grandkids, and it's a group of about 24. They've had 2 years worth of notice and regular reminders. Their attendance is mandatory next year, so they've got to be here. Tom is not going to win the family lottery next year. William is going to have more people. So anyway, there'll probably be more folks here. It's going to be more crowded. This pavilion is kind of limited. We probably had about 50 this year, maybe a few more. 75 or 100 in here would be just too crowded. So we're thinking about the possibility of renting the pavilion, which is that large building right across from here. It's enclosed, so if it was bad weather, either cold or rainy, it'd be nice. The only downside is it's not air conditioned. So it does have large doors that open, and you do get a cross breeze, and it's kind of up on a hill, and it's not blocked by trees. But it's, of course, going to be a little more expensive. So that's kind of one thing that we need to consider, where we want to have the reunion, and then the dates, because I know some folks have got some problems with school being in session. If you have to come a long ways, it's tough to bring your kids and take them out of school if you have to travel, or if they've still got to be in school next week. So the choices are for next year would be the 17th of May, which is the week after Mother's Day and the week before Memorial Day. The Saturday would be the 17th. Most schools probably are still in session now. And the other choice would be then to go to the first week in June, which would be June 2nd, whatever it is, which the schools would be out of session by then. But you need to be thinking about that and let us know a little bit about what your preferences would be. No. Nancy?
We were hoping to have a Zoom meeting in January for anybody that's interested in helping to plan what's going to be going on, and we can get Kurt to get that information out to everybody. And we're going to do a little bit of planning today. As Mike said, they're looking at maybe renting the Pioneer Pavilion. We're planning to have a bagpiper here. That's a nod to the Scottish business, since we are Germans with a Scottish name. We're going to be having microphones available for the speakers, and I have one son that has promised me he'll make a loop of German music that we can play in the background. Again, name tags with family lineage. What we'd like to do is to gather input from all of you, and have you email me information that I can put on a stick drive that everybody can get. And it would be things like family recipes that you know that your grandmas used to make, or stories. The Williams side of the family has an uncle that was captured by the Indians, and there are awful stories about that. And what we're going to do is to create some kind of mini posters with a special logo in the banner that honors the 100th McDougall Reunion, and post those around the building. But if you email that information to me ahead of time, then I can get all of that together. We're going to continue to ask volunteers to grill the barbecue, and we'll check on some pricing of fried chicken too. And we thought it would be fun if next year those recipes that you submitted, you could bring one of the recipes from one of your ancestors. That would be kind of fun. We've got several different games planned that all has to do with interaction among different family members, so that Tom would be with the William and several others. And you can share information there. And then for children, we'll probably have in one area of the building or just outside cornhole games set up and different things like that that kids would enjoy. But today, what we would like to do is to have you number off 1 to 8, and we're going to get in groups. And if you start numbering with the people you're sitting with, hopefully you won't be in the same group with all your family members. And we will have each group gather and write your ideas. Mike has has shared some information, but we'd like it in writing, whatever you would like. Would you like to do in June, or have, that kind of stuff. So, 1,